Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2023 VRC World Championship here for our 8-scale Rally X class. We are getting set to go. Our A main grid on the line, off and underway. It's going to be Smid from second on the grid, jumping up front early on here in this one. Good clean start for these drivers. 15-minute race here for everybody. Oh, look at our top qualifier there. Eric Batasso in that number 2 spot. Rezis in the number 3 spot. Zvoba in 4. Hillman in 5. Victor Smid, though, he started second on the grid here in that orange car. Jumps up front early on here, this one. Look there, Robert Hillman in the number 4 spot. Back up to the battle for the front now. Tasso in that number 2 spot, your top qualifier here. Dives to the inside. Not going to be quite close enough, though. Smid closes the door. These two drivers had some very close racing throughout qualifying, and now we're seeing them here head-to-head in the A-main action. Who will come away a world champion? Will it be one of these two drivers or any one of the other drivers on the grid here? Take a look at this slow-mo action here of Batasso. Batasso diving into that tight inside line right there, hugging that inside curb, using it as a berm there, drifted it around that second corner through the switchback. Batasso in the number 5 car, all over the back door of your race leader of Victor Smid right now. Here they come back through the infield once again. Batasso, his fast lap early on a 19.9. Really pitching the back end of that car around. Batasso dropping back just a bit here from Smid. Smid out to a 0.3 second lead. Again, a lot of racing here left to go for these drivers. Victor Smid out front. Batasso second. Balint Rezis in the number 3 spot. Hillman in the 4. And Zvoba in the 5. Lindgren round out in that top 6 right now here in this one. Oh, what a line right there for Eric Batasso. Eric hugging that tight inside there once again, using the inside of the track there as actually like a berm to get around that inside corner. Nice tight lines for him there, and you can see closes the gap up on your race leader, Victor Smid. Here they come back through the infield once again. Still fast lap, a 19.9 right now by Eric Batasso. Your top qualifier, 0.5 of a second back from Smid out front. Down the front stretch they go here. Batasso in the number 5 car. Using those inside lines on the corners. And as you can see, different line choices there between Victor Smid and Eric Batasso. Victor not quite taking those tight inside lines and using those berms. They're a fast line, but they're a risky one. Liable to end up in the cones and the fencing. However, Eric Batasso making it look easy right now as he's trying to catch up to our race leader. We jump back just a bit here in the number 5 spot, Robert Hillman. Hillman, no stranger to the VRC World Championships. He's back again for 2023, sitting in the number 5 spot, right where he qualified here for Rally X. In the red and white, trying to make a move there on Zvoba. Zvoba in the pink car. Hillman to the inside. Zvoba sets him back up. Into the bank turn, down the front stretch they go now. Looks like it's going to be Zvoba. Back up into 4th, Hillman. Dropping back to the number 5 spot. Now watch Hillman right through here. This is where Hillman made up a little bit of time last time by right there to the inside. Not quite close enough to make the move, though. Here they come back around here. Zvoba's going to sweep a little bit wider than Hillman. Sweeping onto the straight they go down the front stretch. Good battle between these two drivers. Oh, Hillman to the inside. Not able to hold that tight line, though. Sweeps a bit wide. Zvoba back to the 4th place spot. As they come back in here, Hillman all over the back door of him. Dives back to the inside, not able to make it happen again. Hillman sweeps wide. Zvoba trying to get back to the inside. Drag race down the front stretch now. Here they come on the right-hand side of the track. A fantastic battle between these two drivers through the switchbacks. Oh, both drivers drifting it through that corner. Watch this slow-motion replay here. We have Zvoba in the pink, Hillman in the red and white. Both drivers back in the rear into those cars around, drifting their way. Awesome to see these 8-scale Rally X cars here doing what they do best, drifting their way around. Hillman, meanwhile, moves his way up to the 4 spot. As we jump back to the front here in this one, Eric Batasso, your top qualifier, has dropped 1.3 seconds back from Victor Smid. So I'll tell you what, Smid is on a move here in this one. Batasso in the number 2 spot there. You see he's got some making up to do now. 3.5 seconds back from your race leader. Here is Victor Smid. Smid headed onto the back straight. Coming back around the big left-hand bank turn down the front stretch. His fast lap is a 19.8 on lap number 6. So Smid and Batasso both share fast laps in the 19-second range. But right now, Smid just inching his way further and further away from Eric Batasso in second, 3.5 seconds back. Balint Rezis in the number 3 spot. Here's that battle once again between Hillman and Zvoba. And, oh, big mistake right there for Reeses in the number 3 spot. That's going to drop him back to the number 5 spot now. Robert Hillman up into 3rd, Svoboda to 4th. So Balint dropping back to the number 5 spot, as we saw, hung on that inside cone there. You can see these drivers, as we talked about earlier on, they were trying to take those tight inside lines and actually use the inside of the course banking kind of as a berm to get through these corners just a little bit faster, take a tighter, shorter line. But it's risky. And just like we said there, it definitely caught up with Balint Reeses as it put him in the pipe, and that dropped him back. Zoba now dropping back into the number 5 spot. Balint back up into 4th. Arturas Svoba in the pink car as we have into our overhead cam here. Chasing down Robert Hillman in the number 3 spot. He's got Reeses right there up there with him as well. Balint trying to make that time right back up, jump back up into 3rd. Hillman right there goes a bit wide, and there he goes. Balint Reeses, there you see, good shot overhead. You can see just how tight a lines Reeses is taking here. And that's where he got caught up a couple laps ago. He's back up in the number 4 spot now, number 3 spot, I should say. There's Svoba as we head into our chase cam. Down the front stretch he goes. 6 minutes into this race, a 15-minute race here for these drivers. We're 17 laps into this one. We're looking at somewhere in the roughly the 45-lap range here for these drivers at the pace they're at right now. And a great view here as we see Svoba headed back around the big bank turn, headed down the front stretch. As he's making his way back around here, trying to chase back down Robert Hillman. Of course, they had that fantastic battle going early on in this race. Back and forth they go here. Now we take a look at Andrea Novati. Another driver, no stranger to the VRC World Championships. He is sitting right now in number 8 spot. We're used to seeing Novati up just a little further in the field, up towards the front of the pack, but a bit of a rough start here for him in this one. He qualified 7th. He's sitting in the 8th place spot right now, chasing down Aker just ahead of him as we come up on that 7-minute mark. And as you can see, Novati getting a little bit wide there, trying to drift his way through. Novati 0.4 of a second back from Marcus Aker in 7th. Just behind Fred Fouland in that number 6 spot. Novati in the red, white, and blue. Down the front stretch he goes here. Back to the front, it's going to be Victor Smid. Victor still out front. His fast lap still at 19.8 second lap early on in this race. He's out to a 3.3 second lead range, I should say, over Eric Batasso in 2nd. So those two drivers have stayed about 3.5 seconds apart here for majority of the last few minutes of this race. Smid getting out just a little bit early on, and now they've stayed pretty consistent back and forth. Oh, wow. That was a line right there. Take a slow-mo. Smid dropping to the inside. Look how close he got to that inside cone there. That could have been disastrous for a race leader as Eric Batasso trying to make up time. He's 3.2 seconds back. That's only a mistake or two, though. And Batasso right now trying to stay strong. Sitting in 4th here, Robert Hillman, as he works his way back down the front stretch here. 8 minutes into this one. We'll see one of those battery changes coming up here very shortly between these drivers, which again, just like a nitro pit stop in our nitro racing, could change things up drastically for these guys. If Svoba in the number 5 spot here, he's 3.9 seconds back from Hillman as he's trying to close the gap back up on him just a bit here in this one. These drivers spreading out a little bit here. Svoba's fast lap, a 20.5 as he's working his way back around in the infield with 8:30 to go. 8:30 down, I should say. Fouland in the number 6 spot. Marcus Aker in the 7 spot. Andrea Novati in the number 8 spot. Tobias Lindgren and Gordon Shaw rounding out our top 10 here into this one. 25 laps into this race. Just past the halfway mark. Victor Smid here. Through the switchbacks he goes. Again, catching that inside banking just a bit there. Smid taking some risky lines. Ooh, another one right there. Smid looking confident, though. He is now 4.1 seconds ahead of Eric Batasso, so he's gained about a half a second since we last checked up on him here in the front of the pack. He's got lap traffic up ahead of him there. Beautiful lines right there, and I tell you what, I've driven this course myself, and Victor Smid is making this look way easier than it actually is to get these vehicles around there and hit such tight lines lap after lap. Smid coming down the front stretch. Onto the right side once again. He's working his way through a bit of traffic there. Clear of traffic now. He's got a clear track at him. Look at this. Wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper. Lap traffic there. Smid holding strong on the inside. Lap traffic tries to dive back up the inside. One hits his lap back. Smid says, nah, I'm taking it. He sets him up right there. Look how close to the inside right there. Beautiful line choice. Smid has definitely got that car figured out and is feeling comfortable in the orange and a white number 5 car there. Coming up on the 10-minute mark here with only 5 minutes to go. Smid, Batasso, Hillman, your top 3. Rizas in the number 4 spot. Arturas Svoba in the 5 spot. Fred Fouilan in the number 6 spot. Navati, Aker, Lindgren, and Gordon Shaw. Gordon Shaw right now only 1.5 seconds back from Tobias Lindgren, that battle for 9th and 10th. And talking to some of these drivers that also run some of the other classes in the VRC World Championships, the RallyX class is a whole class of itself, and a driving style and everything. They say you can't really compare it to anything else. It's got a little bit of a short course feel to it. It's got a little bit in some aspects of some of the 8-scale on-road feel. And then, of course, it's also got the 8-scale buggy feel to it as well. So kind of all combined in there. So it's a class of its own. Doesn't drive or set up anything like any of the other classes, really. It's a really unique class. New to the VRC Championship just a few years ago, and it has really taken off. As you can see, some of the top drivers here in this one. Here we're looking at Eric Batasso in that number 2 spot, as he is now 3.8 seconds back from Smid. So not too far back from our race leader. He's gained a little bit of time since we last checked on him. Here he comes back down the front stretch. On the right-hand side here. Less than 4 minutes to go in this race. Batasso taking those tight inside lines. Last time by the line was a 20.5. He had a 19.9 the lap before. Take a look at Batasso. Look at that. Setting up for that corner. Ooh, a little bit much there. Batasso set that corner up, trying to drift to that inside. Over-rotated just a bit, but quite a save for him right there. Drops back to 4.8 seconds now from Victor Smid, our race leader. So he's got some more catching up to do here. He works his way through lap traffic. As you can see, Batasso, I believe that is going to be, yeah, that is Hillman. So Robert Hillman in the 4th place spot right now. Going in another lap down there to Eric Batasso, our 2nd place driver. As time is winding down in this one. Victor Smid, Eric Batasso, Balint Rezis, your top 3. Robert Hillman in 4th, Arturas Svoba in 5th, Fouilan, Novati, Aker, Lindgren, and Shaw. As they race down the front side here, Batasso coming back into the switchbacks. Whoa, what a line right there. Diving to the inside, working his way through lap traffic, pitching that car around everywhere that he can. Absolutely phenomenal line choices there. Batasso making quick work of lap traffic as he heads down the front stretch now. 12:30 down here in this one. Victor Smid going to be out front. Batasso in 2nd. Rezis in 3rd. Robert Hillman in 4th. Arturas Svoba in 5th. Fred Fouilan in 6th. Navati, Aker, Lindgren, and Gordon Shaw. Still your running order here. We are 38 laps into this one. Time is winding down here, coming up on the 13-minute mark. 2 minutes to go here for Victor Smid. Smid working his way onto the back side of the track. Back around to the front side, down the front stretch now. It's Smid out front. Batasso still in 2nd. Balint Rezis in 3rd. Robert Hillman in the number 4 spot. Arturas Svoba in 5th. Fred Fouilan in 6th. Navati in 7th. Oh, a little mistake there for your race leader. Catches that inside banking, bounces him around a bit. Here comes Smid down the front stretch. Working his way onto the right-hand side through the sweeper. Time is winding down now, a minute and a half to go. Victor Smid, qualified 2nd. Jumped out front early in this one. Batasso gave him a run for his money early on, but he stretched out to a 4.4 second lead as time is winding down. Can Victor Smid hold on to this one for a World Championship win? Here we're taking a look at Aker. That's Marcus Aker in the number 8 spot. He's going to be 1 second back from Andrea Navani. That's going to be, I believe, Navani right there ahead of him. No, I'll take that back. That is Balint Rezis in the number 3 spot. Hillman has now jumped up in the 3 spot, it looks like. So I don't know what happened to Balint, but he drops back to the 4 spot. And look here. This is where the pass happens. Hillman goes right around the outside. Balint Rezis right there behind him. As you can see, drifting in here. Watch Balint right here on the gas all the way from this corner, sweeping around. Balint tries to dive to the inside. Oh, goes for a 45-degree block pass there on that one. Hillman shuts him down. Here they come now. Once again, Balint with another move. Balint up the inside. Hillman trying not to let him have it. This is going to be a wheel-to-wheel battle, fender to fender. Oh! Oh, big mistake right there for Balint Rezis. Gets it stuck in the inside cone. That's going to seal the deal, I believe, for Robert Hillman. Rezis dropping back to the number 4 spot now. Hillman with 3 seconds left to go. Victor Smid working his way around here. Time is going to expire. Coming back around to the front side, Victor Smid coming around, your VRC 2023 8-Scale RallyX World Champion. Eric Batasso going to be coming around for that second place spot. And after an absolutely phenomenal end of race battle there, Robert Hillman comes around for that third and final podium spot.